live. And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello everyone and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we doing this lovely Monday? Oh, and apparently people are talking about the pre-stream setup, and I can tell you what it is. It's I forget that I'm going to stream, and I go, oh yeah, it's Monday. I should probably set that up, and then I just put a few windows dotted about, and that's it. There's very little effort gone into these. If you're coming to a terrible stream for terrible people expecting anything but the least amount of effort, you're in the wrong fucking place. I'm sorry. Anyway, and even beforehand, I was on the toilet until literally going live. So you know, too much information is part of the terrible experience. Anyway, how's it all going?
What do you mean you're still on the toilet?
I mean, if I could...
Would you stream from the toilet?
If I could block out the noises... If no one could know... That's the worst thing. When someone calls you when you're having a toilet and you have that distinctive echo.
Oh, I don't care.
I hate it.
No, I don't care. I'm like, you're the one who phoned me. You're disturbing me.
You're disturbing my
And
whiz.
now you get all my movements. So...
Yeah, so you tried... Personally, I tried to quietly poop. Sometimes, though, you're on a really long phone call and you need the toilet. What about then? What's the protocol then for Mrs. Sick? Do you hold it in? If you're on a phone call that you made and it's going on for a bit and you need the toilet, what is the protocol then?
I just go to the toilet.
So it doesn't fucking matter whether someone's in the wrong or the right. You just don't give a shit.
I go when I have to go. And if they've been on the phone for me for more than 2 minutes, it's their own fault. Because I don't like phone calls.
How dare they?
Most of the time, 95% of the time, most of the stuff that people phone me up about could be sent in a message.
Oh yeah, you hate that.
And why spend 45 minutes plus on the phone with me to basically repeat the same thing over and over?
I don't know.
And then most of it's just
every
waffling.
Every member of your family seems to do it.
Yeah, they just waffle at me, and I'm like, just send it in a message.
Fart loudly to assert dominance.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're right, Rubber Band. How you doing, mate?
I'm
not it's being erudite and sophisticated.
I'm not embarrassed. So yeah, I want to embarrass other people for phoning me up.
No, I am the complete and total opposite of that. I will attempt to quietly do whatever I'm doing.
I've been on the phone with my dad before, and he was getting to like an hour and a half, and I told him multiple times that I've got stuff to do.
Yeah.
And then I went for a pee, and he went, "Oh, what's that noise? Are you peeing?" I went, "Yeah." You're disturbing my way of movement, so you're just gonna come with me. And he's like, "Oh, I better go. That's horrible." Wait, perfect.
Well, so basically, next time you want to get off the phone with your dad, even if you don't need the toilet, you just need to go get a cup of water.
It doesn't always work, though, with my dad. Sometimes he doesn't care, but sometimes he does.
I bet sometimes he can't hear it. You just need to make it a loud wee. Go and get like a bucket, fill it with water, and then
just slowly pour
What the? Not slowly. Fast. Just... What the hell was that? I'm having a pee. That'll get him off the phone. But...
I just don't see the point of phone calls when they could just be messages.
But yeah, that's what I was doing before I started this stream. How about you? My favourite Chevalier and Mrs. I can't remember what that word means.
It probably means night.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it exactly means
now
that.
I have to look it up.
Spirit Science is my favourite, with Level Earth Observer as second. Why are they your favourites? I don't know if I've ever done Level Earth Observer. I know that he's someone who does the rounds on other channels, certainly. There's a lot of people.
Oh my god.
Where?
I was right.
She was right?
It just means a night.
Oh. That's rubbish. Come up with a word that means something completely different. Anyway. Never want to talk about my absinthe. I don't blame you. I can't drink too much of that. Oof. Absinthe is brutal. That's something that I tend to avoid.
I don't think I've ever had it.
It's like bright green.
Yeah, I know what it is. I used to serve it,
It
but
goes to the
I
rules
just the
of
smell of it was horrible, and it just never appealed to me.
never drink anything that looks like fairy liquid. I had to go to Meadowhall this weekend to buy a wedding suit. Far too many wedding this year. Too many wedding. Not go. Stay aside, dressed like clown. Or just go to the wedding dressed as a clown. Perfect.
Just go in your normal
That is
clothes.
the ideal. No.
I hate dressing up for things. I just want to be comfortable, but you have to, don't you?
I don't know. I
Like we've been to a couple of weddings, and I'm like, oh, do I have to wear a dress?
No. You don't have to wear anything. Perfect. I came in my birthday suit. I like liquid when it's whiskey. That is a good liquid.
My ideal would probably just be turn up in shorts and a t-shirt, but you know.
Cell phones make people think you're available 24/7. I mean, there's ways of fixing that. You just don't pick up the phone after certain times. That's what phones have all these gear to make it so that you'll never get a call after a certain amount of time, and then you can have it set up so if it's someone actually important that you want to talk to, or that you like, no member of your family,
you can put them on the good list.
Yeah, you can whitelist certain numbers. So if someone, like if my best mate calls me, I'll be like all over that shit. But if it's like, I don't know, your dad,
my dad,
who we get, I mean, he's never phoned me. I think he's phoned you to ask me a question like once.
Oh yeah. It's usually computer related.
It's always computer related. I was invited to a wedding and starved for 3 months so I could fit into my suit. I'd have just bought a new suit. Fuck that shit. I turned up for a smart do in my birthday suit and was told it needed pressing. Oh, oh, that's pretty bad. Well, Mr. Whiskey, it was nice to stop by. I've got to go back to my job now, I'm afraid.
No.
Why are you afraid? I need to go back to my job now, I'm afraid. You need to be more fun with your grammar. Yeah. Anyway, we had a fun time last week. Everybody hated that is in reference to we had to have a meeting at our kids' school and it was fucking brutal. It was about some complaints that we had, and we shared them with the head teacher, who then phoned us later and shared the response of the individual who was at fault, and she was big sad. But you got to do this shit. She was doing things. She was basically, this person had lied to our kids about things that we'd said because she had decided something. It was really fucking bizarre behavior, and it had to be addressed. But I am not, considering what I do for a living. I'm not a very confrontational person. I don't like upsetting people, and so she weren't happy. We weren't happy. I'm sure the head teacher was just like, "Fuck."
I don't know. I thought it was really justified. You feel like you did something wrong.
Yeah, I always feel whenever I have a complaint about something or someone, I always feel like I am probably fucking wrong. But I think that's just having anxiety.
Yeah, probably.
Like, having an anxiety disorder makes your brain think fucking bizarre shit that's so stupid. I have a serious question. Whiskey or whiskey? Yes. Dressing up for a wedding just shows some respect for the couple. Well then. I think you've answered your own question there. Someone trying to tell your kids the earth is flat. Oh, fucking hell. I mean, my kids would tell them to piss off, to be honest.
They do go to a religious school, but
it's not a stupid religious school.
Yeah.
It's an English one, so they don't say as completely insane shit. They actually have to follow the curriculum. And the only reason they go to a school that's technically a religious school is because, at least at the time, it was the best in the area.
It still is the best in the area.
Oh, even though it's gone down a bit, it's
It
still
went
better
down-
than everyone
yeah.
else. Oh, because you told me it went down, and so my assumption was it went down.
No, it went down slightly, and that's because.
But it was still better than everywhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking brutal.
Yeah, that's the reason why I want them to go to this
Oh.
one.
I'm getting holiday ready, off to Bruges and Ostend. Beer, frites, waffles, and chocolate ahoy. But not all at once, why not? What's wrong with you? Are you a coward? Anxiety sucks the joy out of you. It certainly can do. Is this the AGM of the Mustache Appreciation Society? I don't know. Well, I technically have a mustache, but only because I have a beard, and I don't think that counts.
It's more like lack of shaving appreciation society.
Your mummy and daddy aren't coming to pick you up because they're dead. They died from you being a horrible little child. So there.
Ooh.
Oh, that would have been pretty brutal and hilarious. But no, they lied about things that we'd said, and that's what really fucking pissed me off. And that's why, that's why I was mad, big mad. We had other issues too.
It's not just that. She did other stuff too.
She did other stuff too, but at the end of the day, that was like our big half a page of this complaint. Yeah. But hopefully things are all right. I've been fucking bricking it. Because I went to pick up the kids today, and I sat on the bench that was like the other side. We have to sit in the to pick up the kids, you have to sit in the fucking playground. So I went to the bench in the playground that was furthest away from the door I had to pick them up from. Because I was just like, I do not... This person has a habit of coming out and like talking at us. And so I wanted to avoid that like the absolute fucking plague. But yeah, it'll eventually just go out of memory. We've had a similar disagreement before with the same person, and I felt exactly the same way then. So you know what, it is what it is. Went to a Catholic high school. Teacher once had a disassembled pen in a bag in front of my face and said it will never assemble itself back together even if he shakes it for 1,000,000 years. A, how the fuck does he know that? B, that is the stupidest shit I ever heard. Unless you can't fashion your mustache into the shape of a windmill, your mustache is invalid. That is true. What's the difference between a banjo and an onion? No one cries when you cut up an onion.
Well then. What do we have here? A cosmic horror and the charming earth woman he has hypnotized into being his wife. Nah. I'm not his wife.
She's just my...
Unless you're on about someone else.
I was going to say she's my living maid, but she doesn't do that much.
Fuck off.
Not as much as a maid would.
I cleaned the kitchen today, and I put the washing on.
Okay.
And I did your marking.
Thank you. I appreciate everything you do.
Liar.
I do appreciate it. When she fucking does it. Nah, she's a good egg. But if I had a maid, I would work them to fucking death.
Oh god, I'd love a maid.
I would fucking love a maid. That'd be amazing. We still live in our tiny little house. Get a maid. Not even a house. We live in a flat. Not a big flat. I don't like confrontation, but I'll go scorched earth on someone if they force it. I mean, you have to. Same teacher was also horrified when his daughter told him there was fat around his kidneys, and instead there was no fat around his kidneys. Oh, and insisted that there was no fat around his kidneys. His daughter told him that. Oh, right, I see, because there is fat around your kidneys, and
well, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking, how did she know? And I realised, of course, fucking, yeah, sorry, brain. Paper plates are the key to domestic tranquility. Not a dishwasher. It's not the key to domestic tranquility, but fucking hell, it's one of the best things I ever bought. So, some of my favourite things in the house that I don't give enough due respect to are things that just stop me having to do stuff. Like, we got an automatic litter tray for the cat because I fucking hate cleaning the cat tray. We've got a dishwasher because I fucking hate doing the dishes. And I guess one of my favorite, just a simple fucking change of a lock thing. So it had the turny boy instead of having to use a key to lock the house from the inside. Fucking brilliant. It was after biology class. So this teacher were they a biologist or were they something else? A fucking idiot, mostly. Larry Quick what? Why is Larry Quick whatting? I don't really understand that. Only common law wife, abstract legal technicality. Yeah, we don't know what the deal is with that. Well, she'll have fun finding out if I cark it before her. Has anyone thought about how long it takes a giraffe to vomit? I can imagine a while. I imagine it would have some force to it too.
Oh God, projectile like a hose.
Yeah, like a stream. And I
Will it
like to
wiggle
think
its
that
neck like a hose? So
they fire it up into the clouds, and it goes many miles, and then you just stood there in this perfectly sealed stream of now frozen. This spear of frozen giraffe vomit falls out of the sky and kills 3 people every year. Ah, that's the dream, really. Blue whale? Okay. His daughter was my classmate. He was the religion teacher. So by religion teacher, I'm assuming he was one of those ones that was just a religious person who prattled on about their religion. Because religious education to me was always learning about religions around the world. But I understand that in some places, religious education means teaching the Bible as if it's true. And that's like completely fucking baffling to me. That's Christian class or Christian indoctrination school. Just fucking baffling. Is a great white shark cold-blooded? Probably. I mean, it's a fish. Aren't fish cold-blooded or?
yeah, fish.
Yeah.
Some fish are, aren't they? Or most of them are.
I feel like that's true, but I
No,
don't
if
know.
it's warm blood, but then it needs to be a mammal.
Hey, anyone else here been a fan of Samurai Jack and the released years later that the Scotsman throws actual legitimate abuse in Jack's face? I haven't seen the newer ones. I hear they're pretty good. Why is a klaxon going off? Did someone say blue whale? What the fuck? I haven't fucking done a stupid this time, have I? No, there's no sounds going through there, so it can't be me. Wait, the Bible isn't true? I'm afraid it probably isn't. In fact, it definitely is, and it keeps disproving itself all the time. They don't tell you the Bible is true. They just tell you what's in it. I mean, I'm sure some of them do that, and I'm sure some of them don't. Let's put it that way. And even if they're not supposed to, I'm pretty sure that some of them, yeah. Good evening, lumpies and germs. That's mean to lumps and germs. These are humans. They're just the worst. My religious studies teacher was a nurse, and she would present religious beliefs from various places around the world, but would insist those were just superstition, and the Bible was true religion. Oof. Yeah, that always hurts. Shao Kahn is pleased. My God, people are being so fucking random in chat today. What is going on?
Maybe they're taking after you.
Klaxon is a QI reference. Oh, I see. I haven't watched QI in a very long time. Well, I say that. I've watched clips of it regularly all the time, mostly as YouTube shorts at this point.
Are you going to put the new artwork up eventually?
I forget that it exists. You've got to remind me this shit. I don't fucking remember.
And do it.
I'll do you. Is it?
You do me a favour and shut the fuck up.
You do me a favour and suck my dick. I can't remember where it is.
I don't know.
Oh, it's in. Is it that?
I don't know.
Oh, it's that. We need a background for it though. What should be the background? Oh, well, I'm gonna swap it over now.
I don't know, like
image. Add source.
Just let chat decide what the background should be.
I mean, that's not the worst idea you've ever had. I mean, it might end up being, but
as long as it's not like hentai.
I mean, it could be the flat Earth. That would be kind of ideal. Open, yeah. So we put that up. It's just got your face. Oh God, where's? I can't remember what it's called. Touch grass. There we go. There we go. Oh, and fucking. Okay. Right. Where is? What is that? I can't remember what that is. I've got shit in the front of my fucking thing. I have gotten rid of so many things, and I still can't see. There it is. Blossom. Bye, Blossom. Bosh. Blossom's gone. Right. Bring that back. And then we have to shrink that bitch down and bring it up. And isn't that fucking cool? Mrs. Sick just hanging out doing awesome artwork. But I know what to put in the background.
It's just I'm sick of seeing the Elden Ring tree now.
I've got something perfect in mind that will be ideal. And there'll be never a better thing to put in the background. And I'm trying not to say it out loud. Don't want to spoil the surprise. No, I don't want that. I want this. Which one of those will look best?
Hooray, Blossom is dead again.
Blossom is always dead. Blossom can't help Blossom self. Right. We need to add another picture. And then fucking it's an image. And then God, it is so fucking annoying to add things to what the hell is this called? There we go. Done. Oh, it's come to the front. There we go.
Oh, people wanting big boobs in the background.
Big boobs.
Hmm.
Big brain.
Is that true?
I don't know. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. That'll come through in a second.
That's what she said.
Just appears in front of everything. I like that.
Beautiful.
I'd like something a bit more animated, but I don't have time to actually do that. Anyway, there we go. I like it. We're in space fighting over the flat Earth. Oh, look, our home planet. It truly is. Cecic about to get millenniaed. I mean, pretty much. She is She's cheap. Tell you what we've been playing, actually, talking of video games. Skyrim Together. Holy shit, that mod is fucking good. Don't learn about parties before you play it, because it breaks the fuck out of Quest.
It is really buggy, though.
But once you join a party and just one of you is basically playing and the other people are your followers, it's really fucking good and quite a lot of fun.
It's really buggy, though.
It is very buggy.
But that's Skyrim for you.
That is absolutely what the Skyrim do. Where is my
penis?
Oh God, I can't be bothered. No, it's just going to sit like that. I had someone said about the Rising Sparks, although they said it as Rising Spacks, which is rude. It's not very whatever of you. I can't remember what they were called. I've got so many I have so many sources in this that I need to absolutely kill the shit out of. Because, oh my God. Embers, there we go. That's what it's called. Up. Oh, it doesn't... Oh, wait, no, it scrolls. There we go. So I'll put that in between. There we go. We've got some animation going on. Perfect. Ideal. We do want that behind that, though. That looks good. All right, I'm happy with that. So you got some live, amazing insight into how I set up pictures. I just go, I don't know, that'll look okay, I guess. And it's perfect. The sixth fight over who gets to inflate the flat Earth. Has it been crashing every few minutes? Has what been crashing? Oh, you mean Skyrim? No.
No, it's more like just visual bugs and stuff. Like
some weird shit. All the characters walk around naked for one of us.
Yeah.
And the other one doesn't see anything like that. But then Mrs. Six, it's as if the world starts to slowly tilt and I look like I'm like stood but leant over all the time.
And
like,
then all the items in the world
they'll
kind
move
of they'll
across.
slide like they're going down a hill. It's really weird.
It's pretty hilarious. It makes you feel like you're playing Skyrim for the first time when it launched again.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's pretty good. Professional stream, the most professional. But yeah, a new image. It looks good. I like it. I liked it when she did it. Completely, she showed it to me. I said, "Oh, that's cool." Completely forgot it existed. Like 3 seconds later, and that's how I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. I have naked people in Fallout as well. Yes, but these aren't only in one area though. Oh, I thought you meant that you just gotten the naked people mod, which is always fucking weird. Oh, it's for immersion. No, it's not. It's so you can be weird with corpses. Don't fucking lie to me. I've got a naked person and I'm going to pose them. Sick. Did you forget to prop up Skyrim again? I mean, you have to. I love when the game bugs out and they become naked. Everybody's naked all the time. They need to be. Sick, are you going to cover more Barnabas? I need to insulate my brain beforehand, so please give us notice. You'll know because his name will be in the title.
My favourite one that I saw was the blacksmith in Ritherwood.
Oh, yeah.
He was sat on the grinding stone, like moving his legs, and then he just slowly started sliding off.
He didn't stand up. He just in that position,
and he was
slid
wiggling.
around.
He was midair, wiggling his little legs, and then he went towards his door, like his front door, and then slowly started rising into the sky, and then vanished. And I was just like, "This game's beautiful."
There are naked people on Pornhub, so I've been told. Never been there myself. Sure thing, buddy.
No, I go on there, but for research, for science.
My profile had sick in it before I was introduced to this channel by my Puerto Rican ex-girlfriend, and I couldn't be happier. You should just pretend you put it there for me. I mean, I would. How do astronauts keep change in their pockets? Ah, see, that's the real question. God, I've seen some fucking, some absolute galaxy brain on Twitter put up a picture. They said, how does Nixon have a picture from the Apollo mission behind him while he's on the telephone to them? And he's like, motherfucker, that's from a different mission. Apollo 11 was preceded by other Apollos, you fucking absolute melt. Oh, God, it's incredible how stupid you can be when you believe stupid shit. Nude mod should only be used in Oblivion for those sexy potato people. Yeah, you don't do the improved faces. You just do naked bodies with the same horrifying visage. I think there's one person in that game who looks barely actually human, and they're not one of the human races. They're one of the Elven races, I think. But she's also... Like, I remember the character because I just remember seeing this person and think, oh my God, you almost look normal. But they also talk about necrophilia.
Oh, yeah.
And some of you will know who I mean. It's like, she looks pretty normal. It's like the one character. By the way, I fancy the background illustration. You
want to pancake up?
You want to pancake it. You want to stick your syrup all over it. Hey, quick sticks. Probably around 10 previous missions thereabouts. What, you mean you don't slide around everywhere? Have I been walking wrong? I mean, walking is a bit of a subjective term there.
Walking around with heelys on, I guess.
I mean, if you can get those, it's called an invisible chair, which basically attaches to the back of your legs.
Right.
And lets you sit down anywhere. So you get one of those, and then you get heelys, and then you can slide around in a sat position everywhere you go. That would be so fucking difficult. Larry, you are not forgiven for being late. You must flagellate yourself. I suggest many whiskies. That'll, like, give me money. That'll do. I want to start a religion. So, I've done something wrong. Yeah, just give me £50. Just give me $20. I don't care. Yeah, you're forgiven. There we go. I don't understand the pancake issue. English is not my first language, mates. So, you know what? A pancake is a disc food.
Disc cake.
Yes. It's cooked in a pan, which is a big metal.
Hence the name.
Well, pan might not translate, to be fair. It would look like you're driving an invisible car. That is how you would have to do it. You put your arms out front and you go beep beep. Just go down the road like that. That sounds fucking amazing. Greetings from Sweden. Oh, a most sci-fi picture today. Sci-fi? This is what the real Earth looks like. We're just hiding it for some reason. Indulgences are a 16th century rerun. I don't know what you're talking about. But I like the name, Trumbills and Drumbeats. Best name ever. Yeah. I want a Nikado avocado scooter. What the fuck? Again, with the fucking nonsense in chat. Just gibberish. Complete fucking gibberish. Start saying things to make me talk about stuff. Because I hate it when I run out of things to say. I could sit without a chair. I call it a squat. That's not sitting, though. It's squatting. That's why it has a word.
Oh, God. I wish I could squat.
Yeah, I mean, you can sit without a chair. You just sit on the fucking
like the
floor.
kids do that. They'll just, when they're tired, they just squat. And they'll just sit like that and it's comfortable for them. And I'm
I
like...
think it's because they're young.
Yeah, but when, like my sister can do it.
I think it's because she's fitter than you.
Yeah.
Not sexually attractive.
If I do that, it takes me
she's
like...
not my type, but...
It takes me like 15 minutes to get up.
Constantly fucking exercising, that woman. Imagine the smell from that scooter seat. Oh, no. Thank you. Indulgences are when you literally paid off your sins. Oh, okay. When you paid off your sins to the Catholic Church by paying for them for a paper saying your sins were forgiven.
I thought it was called repentance, not indulgences. Indulgences sounds like...
Indulge me.
It sounds
okay,
like...
what do you want? Money. We want your money. You should give us some money. Why? 'Cause God. What's my favourite theorem?
Oh, hello.
Oh my God, someone's finally good at this sex. It's happened, people. A humans who is good at the sex. The shonk is real.
Larry, you're officially the first.
You're the first person to ever be good at the sex next to me.
Sex next to you.
I mean, that's how it's done. If you're not next to me, you're not really sexing, are you? Let's be fair.
Be fair.
Oh, and thanks for the compliment on my handle. It relates to my future plans for the worst human, Elon Musk. Elon Musk isn't the worst human. I'm sure there's someone far, far worse than him. The problem with Elon Musk is that he's rich. And rich, when you... I've said it before. It's... Being rich doesn't make people good or bad. Being rich exacerbates flaws and just personality traits. When I was extremely poor, people thought that I was tight. But it wasn't that I, didn't like spending money or giving things. It's that I had no fucking money and they didn't understand that. As soon as I started earning what I call a grown-up amount of money, which isn't a huge amount of money, and I probably shouldn't do it, but I become infinitely more fucking generous because I actually had the means to do it. So having any money made me more generous, or made me appear more generous. So with someone like Elon Musk, when he says something fucking stupid, he just goes for it. And he has he has simps who will fucking love him for it. I don't think he's necessarily any worse than someone actually horrible, but I do think the issue is he has the most ability to have impact in that regard. It is what it is. Invisible chair doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. I've seen people use it. It is you have to put in a lot of work to make it work. Elon Musk is a thing I cannot say on here as I wish to avoid getting my channel nuked by Susan's death squads. Okay, but you just said it then. You fool. Being rich would be nice. Don't say au contraire. Okay. I would go completely eccentric if I was rich. I mean, so right now, what you mean is you're a fucking nutter.
I don't
I'm
know.
crazy.
If I
Here's
had,
some money.
if I
I'm
had
eccentric.
if I had a ridiculous amount of money,
The shit I would pull.
I would do some of the weirdest fucking shit just to see what would happen.
The shit I would pull. Like, if we ever get this channel to the size where I don't have to worry about ever figuring out what I need to do to, like, live for the rest of my life, we get millions and millions of fucking views. I'm gonna start doing shit. I'm gonna start doing shit that I really shouldn't, but can get away with because I'm fucking loaded. That's the dream. Except Bill Gates, he's okay, I guess, and I unironically like the things he does that others hate him for. Bill Gates is like, just as far as I can tell, he's quite philanthropic and he likes to spend his money on things that he finds to be good causes. I still think that no one can ever work as hard as the amount of money those people like them have. No one could ever work that hard, and so it doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is. It's just kind of how the system works. But generally, he's probably a pretty okay guy, and that's why he does pretty okay guy things. He gives money to charity, and he has so much that he literally doesn't know what to do with it. So he gives way more. Last year I noticed a change. I had a notice from YouTube saying one of your comments was removed as spam, and they not only did not provide me with a way to appeal it, but they never told me what it even was. That's not very useful, is it? This was removed as spam. Was it your one where you went spam, 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 spam? A ridiculous amount of money. Yeah, exterminate, exterminate. I mean, I ain't saying that, but it is a ridiculous amount of money. Oh, are you saying that I would exterminate the human race? Which I guess. But I'd have fun first. Money doesn't make you awful, but if you're awful, money makes it obvious. That's a
really good line.
Clean way to put it.
That's a good quote. Yeah.
Yeah. You could always just save a bit and then do that dramatically reduces your life expectancy. I mean, that's fair.
I need the toilet.
She needs the toilet, boys.
I would take it with me, but my microphone is attached to the computer.
Right, I don't want people to start fucking arguing about Elon Musk. He's just a dude. I don't think he's evil. I don't think he's the fucking Messiah. If you think either of those things in a non-ironic sense, you're probably a fucking idiot. I'm not gonna fucking lie. When you have to work hard to get a little cash versus some people who are born... Yeah, being born rich is a very, very good thing for those people and not for anyone else. Who else here issues peaches? As in, what? I've got this image in my mind that you just stand on street corners and go, there you go, there's your peach. There's your peach. Sir, here's your peach. That sounds like a lot of work. There seems to be other ways you could give out peaches, but I'm assuming that I'm completely wrong. Have you ever lost a bet to a fart? I don't even know where to begin with that. Oh, I've just realised what you mean by that, and no answer. What the fucking? I can't think of the fucking word. I take the fifth. There you go. No, the super wealthy aren't philanthropic. I mean, I've never shit myself, but I've had unpleasant farts. I'll put it that way. Just realised how bad I made that sound. When you gamble and lose. It's literally a fact that your empathy for other people decreases as your monetary wealth increases. Possibly? I don't know. Make me really rich and we'll find out.
I think you become a lot more wary There's the other thing about when you have a particular amount of wealth, you start thinking that people only want to be around you because you have money.
I mean, to be fair, that probably comes from experience. There are a lot of people.
There is probably definitely people who are there for doing that.
Well,
but at the same time,
a big on Reddit. Look up what to do if you have the unfortunate event of winning the lottery, and it's basically this fucking huge list of things that you need to do. And the main one is if you can get that money without any motherfucker knowing, that is primary, top tier, absolute most important thing. If you can get there with basically only people that you truly trust, that's probably okay. But if you have to turn up and fucking do some event shit, you need to figure out a way of maintaining your anonymity. There was one guy who turned up in like a gorilla mask, and no one knows who he is. He won his money, and no one actually knows exactly who he is.
Is he a bit like Banksy?
Well, no, it's just a guy who won the lottery, and he didn't want people to know who he was, so he picked it up with the gorilla mask on.
Yeah, but no one knows who Banksy is, but he's fucking loaded.
I mean, if we see people in a gorilla mask doing spray painting, maybe that might be Banksy.
Yeah, I think there's a certain amount of like cautiousness when it comes to that type of thing.
Yeah, if you get lots of money, that's the thing. So why you do that is because people will just beg at you, and they will, like, constantly, and they will tell you horrible things, and there are people who will try to fucking scam you and trick you, and it's really fucking fucked up. Like, they just won't leave you alone. People's lives have been completely destroyed by winning large amounts of money, or just having large amounts of money. There was a guy who was already independently wealthy. He had like $15 million, and he won not that much more money, and he was bankrupt by the time he died. Not because he like lost it to drugs and stuff, but just because people not leaving him alone.
Yeah.
And constantly asking for things and begging for things, and family members and all this shit, and it was fucking, yeah.
Like when my mum won the lottery years ago.
Your mum won like a scratcher for like a small amount.
Yeah.
Not a life-changing amount of money.
She kept saying, like, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I mean, she's right to.
And she's like, we're going to give you a little bit because, you know, you're our kids. But she's just don't let anybody know that we actually won anything.
Like I said, it wasn't a lot. It was about 10 grand she won. And then there was taxes from that. And she gave us a bit that was... It came when we were poor, but as I was actually starting to earn money. So it was really weird transitionary amount of money that if we'd have gotten it a year before, it would have been fucking amazing. But when we got it, it was like, oh, okay. It was really fucking weird.
No, but it was really good because it kind of bolstered our bank account for a long time.
It gave us something to sort of...
it meant that we didn't have to be, like, super cautious.
Yeah. Having some amount of savings is, like, one of the biggest stress relievers we've ever had.
Coming from someone, like, we had, like, was it, like, £10 to last us 2 weeks or something?
There were times when we had so little... There was, like, on my own, there was times when I had so little. I had £1 to eat for, like, 3 days.
Yeah.
And I just went out and bought biscuits. Just shitload of fucking biscuits. Because it's all I could think of. It was, like, the cheapest thing I could think of to keep me full. I guarantee you that I'm so unpopular that if I won the lottery, I would not have to worry about too many beggars. If you were found out, then you would worry about as many as anyone else.
That reminds me of the guy that won the jackpot in Vegas. And he says, isn't it amazing that, like, within 3 days of him winning this jackpot, he met his soulmate? And they
a coincidence.
Yeah, and they were getting married at the Las Vegas, like, church thing.
And isn't it amazing that a year and a half later, she divorced him for half the money? You couldn't see that one fucking coming. I won £100 on a can of Iron Brew when I was 13, which was nice. I'm trying to think what the biggest windfall I ever had was, and it was like finding a tenner in my fucking pocket. I hadn't seen these trousers for like 2 years, and I was like, holy shit, I was missing these. And I reached into the pocket, and there was a tenner. I was like, oh my god, the best day ever.
I'm trying to think of the biggest win that I personally got.
I can think of one, but it's none of their fucking business.
What, you mean the compensation?
Yeah. But that was gone before you fucking knew it.
Well, yeah, that's why you don't give teenagers money.
No. Losing money to beggars, that's what hired goons and lawyers and security guards are for. Again, I guess how much money, I guess it's how much money you have. Like $1 million wouldn't actually get you that far. It is like a life-changing amount of money, but at this point, you buy a house and most of it is gone. Unless you buy a really shit house. And then before you know it, grew up in Nevada. I don't gamble, lol. I'm not surprised. Everything is going to be okay. Fish has arrived. Yay! Never won anything, but my parents won 2 cars. Were they good cars? I know there's a big problem with a lot of prize winning. You win the prize, and then it turns out you have to pay like fucking insurance on it and all this shit, and people can't fucking redeem it.
Somebody said they won nonsense. Mike Daniels said he won liability insurance, and he says he ended up like suddenly a lot of people find themselves getting sued when they won the lottery.
I imagine so.
It's just like, oh, now you have money, I'm going to sue you.
I mean, it makes sense, especially if you have an actual thing to sue them for, and if your fucking worst enemy who tripped you up and broke your leg, but you couldn't do shit about it because it was kind of an accident and then they got $1 million fucking dollars, yeah, you sue the shit out of them. Fuck them. Why should they get $1 million when they broke your leg by accident, like an asshole? If I won $1 million, I could buy several houses here. Nice. What do rich people say when tickling their kids? Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Oh my god.
Oh, that's so dumb.
It's very dumb. Or one big one and then just have millions in local currency left over. I mean, I feel like buying one house is probably more like useful. I went to Las Vegas when I was at UCLA and it was fun. I went there because there was a cool Star Trek experience attraction. Super cool indeed. And then I lost all my money and wife. I mean, you're at UCLA. I don't know why you had a lot of wife, goddammit. I won a little under $1,000 off the World Cup years ago when Germany won. That's the best I ever did. Yeah, I've never won a significant amount of money. In fact, I don't gamble at all because I don't get it.
No, I don't. It's weird.
I've won trash. Mostly because if there's some sort of tombola or like raffle or something, I will probably go into that, and I've won some decent things off of those. But other than that,
my grandparents are obsessed with them.
Yeah, I say decent things; they were still trash things, but I felt good at the time.
Well, my grandma, she puts into every frigging competition she can find, and she wins quite a lot of holidays out of it.
An elderly couple deboned my car, didn't have insurance, and were obviously living in their car. I didn't sue. I mean, you're a good person for that. I mean, you literally wouldn't have gotten fucking anything. It would have been a waste of yours and their time, and you'd have made them worse off.
Yeah.
So, just from a purely pragmatic standpoint, it's simply the right thing to do, but it's also like morally the right thing to do, as much as it probably fucked you over. I bet on the horses. That's about it. What do you bet on them for, though? What are they doing? Are they playing cards? I would probably watch that. I gamble very rarely. I gamble very rarely, but I limit how much I'm willing to drop. I tell you what, I tell a lie. I do gamble. 2p machines. They are my fucking vice.
Oh, God.
What?
We went there and the kids were there, and
Yeah.
I was walking around with the kids,
Yeah.
and then I came back and I'm like, and you're like feeding another like £5 into the 2p change machine. I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, well, I won one of these, and there's a matching set, so I have to get the others.
You gotta get.
And
That
then
wasn't. The kids weren't there. That was way before the kids.
Was it?
Yeah, that wasn't my fucking. That was something we went down south for.
Oh wow, that was a long time
I
ago.
love the fact that you've inserted the children into
Yeah.
one of our memories.
Oh, I do it all the time because the kids. I always see the kids as being there. So
So the kids must have been there.
in
They're everywhere.
in spirit,
They don't leave me alone.
in spirit, they were there, even though they weren't even born yet. Yeah.
Yeah. P machines, no, 2p machines. You get a 2p coin, and you get a machine. The 1p machines are rubbish because they don't have any girth to them, and 10p, 5p, and pound machines are insanity. But yeah, I could spend like, it's just the coin. It's a hundredth of a pound. Well, 1/50th of a pound in value, and you put it into a machine and it drops down. It's a bit like pachinko, but not really. No way, I actually made it to a live stream. I know, you poor bastard. The kids have always been. They just waited on corporeal form. That's a fair point. But yeah, and these 2p machines often have little prizes on top of all the coins, and the coins drop down, and there's satisfying noise. It's very sensory, really. And I think that's how it fucking functions. That's how it gets into you.
I don't know. Like I do it for a little bit, and I'm kind of bored because it's so loud in those places.
Yeah, but you've got your headphones now. You might enjoy them a lot more.
Maybe. I never really enjoyed them as a kid. They were just kind of just there. The main thing is ticket machines.
Pound machine giggity, you fucking dick.
Ticket machines. The ones that just feed out like shitloads of tickets.
Whatever you do.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my god, there's so many tickets. And then you go to the price counter.
I've got 3,000 tickets. What can I get? You can get this,
a lollipop. Yay!
You can get an eraser for pencils. So, how much is that thing? 8 billion. It's the one cool thing in here, and it's not even that good.
It's the one cool thing, but then you can buy it at a shop for like 20p.
There is that. Is it it's an arcade machine. It's a penny machine. It's a coin machine. There was a fucking version of it.
They call them coin pushers.
There you go. Ticket machines were my shit as a kid.
Yeah, I was obsessed with them.
You had a ticket machine full of your shit. That's horrifying.
The amount of money I must have put into those things just to get tickets.
I've got tickets. So what you do is you steal one of the rolls, and then you turn up and slam it on the desk with a little spindle in the middle.
There was when I was a kid, there was the machine and the tickets ran out, so I went to go tell the attendant. And while he was he was doing the other machine while he was there, and he got jammed.
Yeah.
And he pulled out all this loads of tickets that were just kind of like stuck in there. And he went, "Oh, there you go." And there must have been about 100 tickets, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I've never won such a fucking worthless thing in my life.
Yeah, that's why I gave him to me.
See, there you go. You've got your big win. You remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. What power? The power of voodoo. Hoodoo. You do what you do. What? Remind me of the voodoo who do what you don't dare do, people. Oh yeah, the Plinko machines work on the method of lights and sounds. Get gambling machines. That's also why there's almost never any clocks, so you lose track of time. I would love to go to a pachinko parlor. We've been playing the Yakuza games on PC, and the one thing I was waiting for was that they started putting pachinko shit machines from number 4. Turns out they're not in the fucking PC version for no fucking reason. I was absolutely gutted. It's absolutely infuriating and pointless, but you can't play pachinko in them. And I was like,
Gambling in games, though, that's one for you.
I don't mind gambling in games, but mostly because I can cheat.
Save scum everything.
One of my first times that I ever save scummed the shit out of a gambling game was in Alondra 2, where it had this game where you would bet against bulls that would like move towards each other and then headbutt each other, and then one would fall down and you'd bet on them. But you could save between each round. So I just kept fucking saving and going back until I won them all. It Because why the fuck wouldn't I? Oh, so an arcade is basically a mini casino for the most part. Depends on the arcade.
They're basically like casino for kids.
Yeah, kidsinos. Some of them
Yeah, there you go. Spend £100, get a £10 water gun. Yes.
Exactly. It's not about the value of the thing. Like that, I like the 2p machines because they're fun. I find them satisfying to play. I will play like for half an hour on a fiver and have a good time. So I see that as fine. And if I get some stupid prize, I can say, here's my prize. This is what I spent way too much money on. The thing Mrs. Sick was talking about earlier, I got all 3 of these fucking... It was a bit of rock from the beach that had like a face and legs attached to it. One of them snapped in half. And the other 2 were just like, shit. I was just like, why did I even get these? I put them in the bin on the way out. Like, they were so pointless. But it was just kind of there to do it. I think it's a lot of how sort of achievements work as well. It's that you don't need it. But if you're almost there, you might as well complete the set. It's 8 a.m. here. Should I get out of bed? Oh, God, no.
Wait half an hour.
What are you, a productive member of society? Fuck that shit. That's a joke, by the way. People who think... I saw a meme that said, oh, what time do you get up? 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., or I am not a worthwhile member of society. And this was not fucking ironic. It's just like, you're the stupidest person in the world. You are probably if you think that that's a legitimate thing to say, you have negative value to the universe. Does anyone remember that spider squishing game in arcades? I mean, there's a lot of games from arcades. There's the fucking the one where you bump like moles on the head. I don't know what someone had against moles, but they whack-a-mole. That's what it's called, obviously. What? That's ridiculous. I don't know what's ridiculous, but it is. Remind me of when I'd make gambling machines in Minecraft. I mean, everybody, like, video game gambling is like the good one, as long as you don't spend any real money, because it's something to waste all your effort into. I can't stand games that don't have a way to just lose all your money, because they need it. You need a money sink. If I were a productive member of society, I wouldn't be sitting here being a goblin with my ice cream, being a terrible person watching a Cersic live stream. I make poor decisions, as in the best decisions. I mean, no one made any bad decisions today because we've made exactly 0 chat revenue. Good on you. I'm working on my thesis and I will literally... Oh, no, someone changed into being good at the sex, so that counts. But, yeah, no super chats, though, as worthless as they are. Cecic was stuck in Final Fantasy Casino for months. Mostly on the minigames, yeah. I absolutely loved those minigames. Went back for the snowboarding. But, yeah, we are running towards being up for an hour, and I have to do, like, work and shit, since you people keep watching my fucking videos, so I have to keep making them. I don't know how, like, if I truly wanted you to go away, I guess I'd stop. So it's like I'm punishing myself. But whatever, it's all good. I got a miniature direct line red telephone in a 2p machine. That sounds... Do you mean the little car one? That's actually kind of sick. I'd have that. Chris, yeah. Thank you, Dave. Anyway, yeah, we're going to piss off now. I'm going to go work for my income of 99 cents. I think you've earned it. Oh, wait. Well, I made several. Some you'd throw gold nuggets in. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Yeah. No super chats. Damn. Let's fix that. Thank you, John73 John. Yeah. So I'm trying to leave. Stop giving me money, for fuck's sake. Right. Good. We're going to go now. Thanks for coming, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Thanks for coming.
For God's sake, woman.